Okay, so we called it audible here. We're going to go to the battlefield of Fort George, National Historic Site. Got a commemorative block here like we do in Fort Gaspereau in New Brunswick. So we just decided to come here because we could park here. In Fort Mississauga, we actually had to walk in and got to follow the POTA rules, right? So we can't do that one right now because we don't have the gear to walk in. But we're here at the battlefield of Fort George monument right here, and we'll activate this park for our morning activation here. This is from the 25th of May 1813. American fleet and the batteries of Fort Niagara, which I showed you over there across the river, devastated 2-day bombardment of Fort George. So this is the monument for this. It's just like the one at Fort Gaspereau that we have there, and a few other places around New Brunswick. So let's get this site activated and get on the air here. Of course, there's a guy sitting right next to me with his pickup truck running. Let's see how much noise that's throwing out on things. Oh, not bad at all. Okay, let's get our log set up and we'll get on the air. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? CQ Park's on the air. 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 Victor Echo 9 Charlie Foxtrot. Victor Echo 9 Charlie Foxtrot. Portable Victor Echo 3. Park's on the air. November 5, Radio November Mike. Good morning, 5 and 9, 59, over.
Good morning, you're 5-9 Texas.
Thank you for the 5 and 9 Texas. Good, and 7-3. Thanks for chasing this morning. CQ Park's on the air. CQ Park's on the air. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, stroke Victor Echo 3. Park's on the air.
Kilo Oscar 4, Sierra X-Ray Hotel.
Kilo Oscar 4, Sierra X-Ray Hotel. Good morning, 5 and 9, over.
November 3, Tango Radio Foxtrot, 5-9, Southwestern Pennsylvania.
Thank you for the 5-9. Let's go 5-9 both ways, over.
Victor Echo 3, Zulu November.
Victor Echo 3, Zulu November, 5-9, 59, Kurt.
QSL still 5-9 plus, thanks.
November 2, Bravo Tango Delta, 5-3, Brian, 5-3. All right, so since my plans here at Fort Mississauga, what I wanted to do are kind of changed because you can only get in there by foot, and I'm not going to cheat POTA. Although I know probably a lot of the people that activated Fort Mississauga have just parked on the road 150 meters away and activated from there. I'm not one of those guys. I like to actually keep it I want to keep it real. I want to be as truthful in my POTA as I can be. I think that's a virtue. It's like golf. You know, do you cheat on golf with a couple strokes here and there? Anyway, we picked up 15 contacts here. This is not a worldwide flora and fauna site. That's why I'm going to move to a new one. The Battle of Fort George. We got 15 contacts here. We're actually going to go to the real Fort George now and activate from there because that is a worldwide flora and fauna site. And we'll get our 44 or so contacts there. And we might as well get the multiplier that we're going to miss by not doing Fort Mississauga. So we got the lighthouse here, historical lighthouse. I didn't advertise that much. And this one park. And we're going to go to Fort George now. All right, so yeah, quick activation at the battlefield of Fort George. I actually talked to one of the locals here. And Fort Mississauga, you have to walk in. So now we're prepared. Next time we come down, we'll bring our POTA wagon and our buddy pole. Because we don't have the buddy pole with us. And I don't have a table. So we'll load up POTA wagon and walk in. It's not that far to walk in. It's not stressful. So you can walk in there on a nice day, set up camp, and make some contacts there. Okay, so we're going to actually go to Fort George now, which is right through Niagara-on-the-Lake on the other side. It'll take us about 5 minutes to get there. Again, I want to be as truthful when I do my POTA as possible. I know there's a bunch of people out there who subscribe to the it's close enough rule, which is not really a rule. But I know a lot of people who will, get as close as they can to the park. You know what? To each their own. They're only cheating themselves, really. They're not cheating anybody else. It's like golf. Do you mark down that foot wedge, but and not record it? I don't know. It's your call. I don't care one way or another what people do. I want to play the game as honestly as I can. But check out Niagara-on-the-Lake here, folks. Sorry for having to look through all the bugs. But this is historical Niagara-on-the-Lake. It's beautiful here. For 7:08 in the morning, we're going to do a quick activation at Fort George, and then we have to go to work today. That's terrible. I have to actually go to a work meeting. hotel on the corner of the Prince of Wales is actually where Missy and I got married 10 years ago now. We got married there. Had a great time with our family. They have a great breakfast there too. Yeah, but this is it. This is Niagara-on-the-Lake, folks. If you're ever in the Niagara area, come and visit. It's beautiful. Yeah, so we might as well get a mini rove in. We're not going to get a rove right now. It's going to hit like 3 parks. But we might as well do something to make it worthwhile. We came all this way to Niagara-on-the-Lake. Might as well come here and get a few parks activated since they're all so close together. So yeah, we're off to Fort George. So we did the Fort George Historic Battlefield, and now we're going to go to the actual Fort George itself. We're not going to do we're not going to do a tour of Fort George at all, because it is 7:10 in the morning, and I have a work meeting at 9 o'clock that I have to be at. I'm actually running it, so I have to be there. Welcome to Fort George, everyone. This is another War of 1812 treasure here in Niagara-on-the-Lake. It was served as a defensive fort for the British forces during the War of 1812. This whole area was a prime battle area for War of 1812, of course, because you got Fort Niagara over there. You got Fort George here. You know, this whole Niagara area was kind of the epicenter for War of 1812, which ended in a stalemate. I guess no side actually won that battle. But this was a British fort during War of 1812. Okay, let's go find a spot to park and get this park activated. We just got a bonus. This park is on the Great Lakes Waterfront Trail too. Park Charlie Alpha 6003. Another multiplier. Yeah, so we're just going to take a quick walk over here and show you guys just the outside of Fort George. It was a wooden fort, unlike Fort Niagara on the other side of the river, which was a concrete fort. Now, Fort Niagara served, it was a British fort as well, and it served as a, if I remember right from my tour, I have a video, actually go check that out. I did a tour of that a couple years ago. If my memory serves me correct, that was a trading point for the British forces prior to the War of Independence, and it was actually a very important part in played a very important part in the in this whole area here, the treaty with the natives and the trading and all that. So here's Fort George behind us. Hopefully the sun is not blurring it out, but it is a wooden fort. It's very well preserved and redone. They've done a good job, you know, making it a tourist place now for folks like me to come and visit, or folks like you to come and visit. It is a very important part of Canadian culture and Canadian history here from the War of 1812. They do want to have one of those concrete historical markers. Let's go see what that says. Okay, here's the marker for Fort George. Constructed by order Lieutenant Governor Simcoe in 1796 to 1799. It served as the headquarters for Major General Brock from the War of 1812, which you see his monument at Queenston Heights, and overlooks overlooks Art Park State Park in Lewiston, New York. In 1815, Fort George was described as tumbling into ruins and ordered abandoned. The present works are reconstruction done in 1937 to 40. And represent the fort as it was in 1799 to 1813. Only the magazine from the original fort remains. Everything you see here is reconstructed. Reconstructed in 1937, so that's quite a while ago. They do a good job. Like I said, they do a good job keeping this fort in good shape for tours and all that. Okay, we got to play some radio because we have to go to work today. I hate that word, work. I really got to figure out what I want to do there. So to you, the camera, so you guys watching the channel, if you guys are watching this far, I really don't like what I do anymore. It's time for me to go do something new. I just don't know what or anything. But I don't like what I do anymore. And you guys have seen that in other videos. And I would love some friendly advice or brotherly advice for the guys here on the channel, or anyone on the channel is watching this. What should I do? I mean, I don't know. I like the people I work with. I just don't like what I do. You know how that goes. Anyway, enough of me rambling. I got some radio to play. Okay, let's get our polo log set up and get this thing. I got to get my 44 contacts from here, because this is a worldwide flora and fauna site. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? CQ Parks on the air. 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 Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, stroke Victor Echo 3, Parks on the air.
Kilo Golf 8 Papa.
Kilo Golf 8 Papa. Good morning. 5959.
Good luck today.
73 Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, stroke Victor Echo 3, Parks on the air.
Kilo 9 India Charlie Papa.
Kilo 9 India Charlie Papa. Good morning, Bruce. 59. 73 Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, stroke Victor Echo 3, Parks on the air. Kilo Zulu 4, Charlie Papa, 59.
Roger, sir. 59 both ways. Have a good day, buddy. 7 days.
7-3, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, stroke Victor Echo 3, parks on the air. All right, didn't get it on camera, but I just got Ray off my little vertical here, Victor Kilo 4, Delta X-Ray Alpha, Victor Kilo 4 November Hotel. So that's Victor Kilo 5 Pop Alpha Sierra yesterday and Victor Kilo 4 today. That ATAS 120 is a great little antenna. All right, everyone, our quick activation here from Fort George is done. We got 50 QSOs in the books and 15 at the other one. So we're going to wrap up, but we're going to head into work now. I don't want to do that. Anyway, we got these number of these parks activated here today. Again, come to Fort George if you're ever visiting Niagara Falls. It's a beautiful part of the Niagara area. And we'll say 7-3 for now. I'm Stuart Victor Echo 9 Charlie Foxtrot. I hope this video, I got to make these videos better. I'm not sure what's going wrong with them lately, but they don't seem to be as much fun. Anyway, we'll figure that out. I'm Stuart Victor Echo 9 Charlie Foxtrot, and we'll see you guys in the next video.